front. Watch this bitch just take a header. This blonde-haired girl just goes right over the monitor. Kaboom!
Hargreaves. I was just the groupie, basically. I don't know, I think the Apple Smacks was a lot about shock value, basically. You know, it was all about getting people's emotions going, upsetting the town, upsetting the mothers, upsetting the little girls of the town, upsetting the boys, starting fights, ending the boredom of middle America, of life in middle America when you're growing up watching MTV and Green Day and Nirvana. In the rock star life, you gotta at least try and identify with it. I think they would succeed? No.
We all knew each other from gym class. Pete knew me since 7th grade French class, and I met Cory. And I knew him, but we didn't start to be formally friends until sophomore year when Pete introduced us. I mean, we had been in gym class together and all that. Cory was on my squad and all that fun shit. So we played the show at St. Anne's, and it was the first time anybody really moshed, when we played, or actually got into it at all. I remember going off stage and actually having to sign an autograph.
I believe that was
that was bad.
That was mine. I had a cocktail
that was really weird, and girls would notice. Girls were noticing us a lot more, and I don't know. High school just became a lot easier. And by no means do I at least I tried not to. I mean, a lot of people think I was very narcissistic in my ways and my approach to things, but at least I tried not to be. It was mainly me and Cory were the center of everyone's attention. Pete tried as hard as he could not to get in the limelight, and we would always shove him right in the middle of it.
This is where I introduce the band. On guitar, my best friend, Cory Verblen. On the other guitar, for Elixir, on the drums, the one and only Sid Vicious.
Among the band was to take the Smacks and kind of inflate our ego or inflate our fame, kind of get carried away with exactly how much we were truly appreciated. In retrospect, I hope that people considered us to be facetious and sarcastic.
Let's get into it one more time, boy! Alright, we're punk rock, let's go.
I guess a lot of people would have called us a punk band and would have called us a bunch of punk rockers. I mean, I had a mohawk. I don't know why I did that stupid little kid things, identity crises, spikes and chains and all that shit. That shit wasn't us, and I don't know what these fucking people want.
You guys ever had sex before? Any young motherfuckers fuck?
Rock stars are always supposed to piss off parents. That's their job. And, I think we kind of just followed up on that same tradition. It was our job, our duty, to be as obscene and vulgar as possible. So a lot of, we thrived off of that. I had lent my album to one of my brother's friends who played it in the car when he was driving with his mom. And she heard the lyrics and recited them at a dinner party that my parents were at. And they got a great kick out of that. I don't know.
What lyrics?
I believe it was the beginning of the album, so that would have been Come On and Love Me, in which he's talking about,
Spot mouth Pete.
Promiscuity and, sexual deviation.
Pete, why don't you say the lyrics?
I don't know them by heart.
Come on, come on, come on and fuck me.
Come on, and fuck me, yeah.
lyrical genius sitting right next to Peter right here. That's what I am.
Well, the trouble with parents and the problems with the Apple Smacks was very much so, are most likely due to the fact that the kids were young, 8th grade or so, some as young as 6th grade perhaps.
You're just a bunch of kids with nothing to do. You're just a bunch of losers.
And this was not a good impact, a good influence on their lives.
It's time for me to sing to that special someone in the crowd. Where's the girl? You! Come here. What's your name?
Oh my God!
Maddie? Did you like me? She's not legal. Old enough to pee, old enough for me.
Mayhem. There was plenty of mayhem on stage, and I probably had no part of it whatsoever. The kids were all high-spirited and enthusiastic about it. Myself, I wasn't all that inspired. I didn't get carried away. Tory on stage was entertaining to watch, and here I was a member of the band.
My 3 favorite moments was, 1, when we won the Battle of the Bands at my high school. Well, the reason for that being one of my favorite moments is because, like, it was, like, we were on top that night. We were number 1 in this high school of, like, 2,000 kids, where, like, when we came in as, like, freshmen and sophomores, everyone just laughed at us and listened to, like, hippie rock and, like, just followed, like, the mainstream. And I guess by the time we were, like, seniors, like, the mainstream was, like, sort of punk rock, but I don't know, I like to think that we made a lot of people happy.
And it was all about being rock stars and getting what they wanted.
But you know you're a big major rock and roll band when the curtain is drawn and I'm still talking. You guys can't see me. See, we're big time.
And it was convincing to a good part of the school, especially the little girls. They were all about believing their lies, but the rest of the world knew that it was just a high school rock band.
Does anybody want a drum stick? Wait, no! We could have sold that! Alright, let's play. Oh, you got on the keyboard.
There's State. Let's go on upstairs, visit the rest of the boys. Ladies and gentlemen, the Apple Smacks, the final performance of us. What do you have to say to us?
Shut up, dude. We just found out a new drummer.
Of course, shut up. You're ruining the moment. What do you have to say, Cory?
Taco Bell.
Pete, what do you have to say about the whole experience with the Apple
We're
Smacks?
going to find a new drummer. It's not the end, but it is going to be a good gig. It's going to be one of our good best.
Is it going to be the end of an era, boys?
Sure.
Well, the Apple Smacks ended in May of '98. What I intended everyone, like the general public, to get out of the Apple Smacks was probably a far cry from what everyone did get out of the Apple Smacks. I took what we did very, very seriously.
We just had nothing better to do, really. You know, we would like to have thought that we were saving the world and our issues were a lot more important and doing a hell of a lot more good, actually making a difference. But not really. No.
As of now, I am attending Milligan University. It's a smaller school in Decatur, Illinois. I'm studying English literature, and I'm a music minor, and I have a radio show. I write for the school newspaper.
Well, for instance, I recently did an interview I wrote an article on a student, an exchange student who goes to my college. He came from Kosovo, and many times he had to seek shelter during bombings. Militant officers threatened his life. And in comparison, or in contrast, our problems were maybe a late fee of Blockbuster Video. But the Smacks, they like to take those problems and kind of make them out to be a lot worse, a lot more dramatic than they truly were. I think at times perhaps we like to seem as though we weren't guilty of the same things, such as being materialistic, but, you know, we probably were just as much as everybody else. Just because we wore our mohawk or our jeans were torn didn't necessarily mean we weren't so materialistic and vain ourselves.
This song called the Sexy Blonde Girls in the front row. My limo will be outside, and just take a number, baby, now. The song is called Dirty.
broke up, and I think I saw Cory once after that, like a week later, and I haven't seen him since. I haven't seen Ben since either. And Brad, the guitar player, I haven't seen in like 6 months. Apparently he's blown up like a balloon, physically. I pretty much was like the mainstay of that band, like the leader, I guess you could say. Look at me, I'm a sloppy bitch. I can't even fucking dress myself, let alone like plan like a career for 4 other guys, yeah, especially in a band. But it's a sad thing. I mean, we all went our own different ways. Me, I am 21 years old now, as of right now. I never wanted to go to college when I was in the Apple Smiths. Like I always thought, like like in high school and like in the years after high school, that I was just gonna be in a band for the rest of my life. I wanted to go on tour, and I didn't want to be like super duper famous. I just wanted to like play in a band. I don't know, shit just doesn't happen like the way you want it to. So here I am. I go to college now, and I major in radio and television. I do 2 radio shows down at Southern. First of all, I'm the alternative music director at the radio station down there. I do an I don't want to say indie, but I guess I'm gonna have to do an indie rock show. And I also do a Beatles show, which is what I'm most proud of. I love the Beatles; they're my favorite band ever, which is why I never considered myself a real punk rocker. I don't know, I would have never thought in a million years that I would be sitting here doing a little documentary on a band that has been haunting me ever since I've left it. It always continues to come back full circle. It always continues to come back to me, no matter how far, no matter how. I mean, there was a stage when I tried to get away from it. I tried to like let it all go, and it just will not go away. So I don't even fucking care anymore. It can stay.
So you're not proud of it?
I'm extremely proud of it. I think we're a great band.
Well, why would you say haunting if I mean,
a lot of the things I did, a lot of the girls I did, I guess. A lot of the decisions I made. I mean, they're mistakes in some rights, but I mean, I wouldn't. Holy shit! I just spilled water all over my pants. It looks like I peed myself. Did you get that?
stand up?